How's it going, everyone? How we doing? How's it going? Uh, so I can't stress enough that you know this is totally normal. Everything looks totally normal. There's nothing that looks off about this, right? I cannot stress that enough that this is totally normal. How this looks right now. So I just can't stress enough. So, oh man, totally normal. Totally, there's nothing abnormal. Orange, I don't know what you're talking about. This is normal. This is it's totally normal. I don't know what you're talking about. Yep. It's very normal. Um, it's a very normal thing to do, especially for a guy. Let me tell you what. And every day, no matter what, you know, not not just for like the cameras, but like just no matter what, every day. It's totally normal to do this, and you know, I can't stress enough that you know that doing this every day, just the amount of time it takes to do this. I mean, and I get it. Totally looks normal, I'm sure. Because again, there's nothing abnormal about. Again, I don't know what you mean about orange. We're just talking about normal stuff here. Um, that's fake. I don't know what you mean. This is normal. Now, now, now again, I cannot stress enough that if somebody, uh, well, maybe I'll just shut up and talk about a couple of things here. Um, okay, now let's see. I have not seen you before, and you just want to make your question be seen. That's interesting. What's also interesting is the again, just like we always see, the only people that they're counting, the only views that we see that they're counting are just exactly six, and these exactly six people aren't liking the stream, yet they're in here still watching. And in fact, the same stalker that's always in here that liked the stream twice has now removed those likes. So again, out of the six people that are watching, there's supposedly only six people. There's no, again, they're watching it this amount of time. They clearly like what they see. They're clearly enjoying the stream, to be watching it this long. you know. Uh, but, they're just sitting in here, not liking the stream. And, again, people want their, nobody says anything ever, but we're going to ask that right now. What's with the orange? Look, again, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. This is totally normal. My skin looks totally normal. I don't know what you mean. So, but, you know, again, I want to point out the fact that you don't, I've never seen you chat, ever. But right now you're gonna chat. So yeah, this is normal. It's normal. My skin today is of normal color. There's nothing abnormal about this. I don't know why everybody seems to be thinking this is strange. I mean, I've only had to itch my face like 20 times already and can't do it. I had to resist the urge to actually itch my own face. Because again, this is totally normal. It's totally fucking normal. Totally normal. And again, I can't stress enough that, you know, since it's totally normal and you do this, everybody hides their normal face like this. And you normally would have makeup people to apply this, because again, this is how bad it looks if you do it yourself, right? So let's be honest, you're gonna normally have makeup people to apply this stuff, and you know, again, this is normal. You know, the government pays for everybody to have makeup people, you know, to paint their skin whatever. Because again, it's normal. It's not. You think it looks clean? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's the alarm at ICE HQ went off that you were dropping truth nukes again, and we can't be having that. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I know that's what this is. So, yes, and you think it looks clean? I know. Thank you. Because again, it's normal. And I cannot stress enough how horribly I have to itch my face right now, but cannot do it. I really cannot express how badly I have to itch my face right now, but cannot do it. So I'm just going to drink my NOS and try to avoid that. But again, remember, normal. I'm used to this. It's normal. Oh, right. That's why he does this. That's right. That's right. Right, because we get all... That's right. Normal. Normal. And guys, normal. Some... Ew. Did I get some... Ugh. Taste a little bit? Yeah. It's normal. Guys, it's normal. This is normal. Okay. I cannot stress. And I also want to remind you that some people, because it's normal, put it on their ears too. I wasn't going to go that. I wasn't, you know, we don't need to go. But, you know, again, because it's normal, you know, they want to put it on their ears too. So that way, you know, their ears look normal too. You know. And I can't stress enough how much I am tasting this right now, even though it's clearly not on my lips. I can taste it. The skin is permeable, just to let you know. So whatever's on your face and on your, I mean, that's going through there. I'm just putting that out there. Like, anybody that does this regularly, it's going in there. Okay. So, you know, again, remember, normal. It's normal. This is normal. It's normal. But again, I'm putting it out there that if you do it regularly, I promise you, you know, again, your skin's permeable, largest organ of the body. Okay. But again, this is a normal look. People do this. Normal. And again, I cannot stress how horribly I must itch my face. Oh boy, is it ever really bad right now. Have I tried using Cheeto dust instead? You know, that's actually a pretty good idea. I thought about that, but I thought to myself, well, if I put dried up bits of cheese and stuff like that on my face, I might get acne. I might get acne. So I decided against that. My face, you know, again, it's gonna be, you know, probably a little red after this, but look again, it's totally normal. This is normal. It's normal. It's normal, and again, I can't express enough how badly I must itch my face. You know, it's getting in all those pores. I can taste it. I didn't put it on my lips or anything. I'm not sitting here doing that, but oh boy, can I still taste it. It's like right here. Everybody gets, you know, because like you breathe and the air comes out your nose. So if you have like a little bit of hair on your face, like men do, yeah, it just moves the little hairs around. It itches your face a little bit. So, you know, that's the, you know, like for some men, that's why they get the little nose itch and stuff like that. And I will tell you right now, that is a screaming. That is a screaming at the moment. That is a screaming. But again, totally normal. It's normal to look like this. I cannot stress that, especially as the President of the United States, you want to look in a country where, again, full of immigration and stuff like that. You know, migrants live here. But, you know, obviously, primarily white, you know, and you're a white president. You know, I cannot stress enough how fucking normal it is to put orange makeup all over your face. I really just cannot stress that enough, guys. So that's why we're doing this today, because just how seemingly normal this is. Because again, remember, he's remember, and I can't speak for him enough. He's late all the time, but you know, it takes a while to do this, to look this good. He's got to look this fucking good, man. And you know, with that old age creeping up, him falling asleep all the time and stuff like that, you know, he might be in the bathroom for a while. You know, they might have to knock a few times because he fell asleep in there. And then, you know, again, I cannot stress enough that you know, it's really hard to do this yourself, you know, like you sort of get it on yourself, and it's hard to do, and so, you know, again, we know, I mean, we know the president, the current guy, he pays his people very cheaply. We know that. There's evidence of that. I mean, like, if there's a bottom quotient, he goes below that. And they're the best at what they do. So, I mean, you know, it's not like they're making a lot of money for the high stress position they're doing. But, however, again, I can't stress enough how, you know, important and respectful you must feel to, you know, do that very normal thing for the very normal president all the time. You know, how that must feel to be that person to do that job where, you know, again, you're very normally putting that makeup on that normal man all the time. You know, wow. And again, probably getting paid less than you deserve. I can't stress enough how normal all of that is, though. Again, it's all normal. All of it. Totally. Totally. Yes, we are okay. Yeah. Yeah. We totally. We're okay. Yep. We're gonna be fine. Yep. Because again, this is normal. This is the normal way of existing. This is not a very crucial moment in history or anything. It's not. You know, we can just Old West this shit. It's normal. It's normal. It's pretty itchy at the moment. So it's right there. Just wanna. It's normal. I was thinking of myself before I started. I was thinking, crap, I better not sneeze. You know, I was putting the light on, I was putting the and I was getting really close. I was like, oh man, I'm about to I was like, I better just, this is the one time. So now I understand why there's a lot of women that I've met that do that. Where I wondered why do they hold back sneezes? No, I get it. No, I get it. People shouldn't have to live like that, you know? But again, normal. This is normal, especially for a guy. And again, the president of the United States eats normal all the time. This is normal. It's normal. And you know, I mean, if I sort of go ahead and turn down the balance here, you're just gonna see just how normal this looks. Here we go. We turned it down for you, so that way you can see just how normal this looks. Look how normal this is, guys. This is very normal looking, isn't it? It is very normal. Look at this. This is how somebody should look, right? Yeah, real, raw, and clean. Yes, and look, guys, I cannot stress that I just took a shower. I literally just took a shower, so I appreciate that. And, you know, after this, I cannot stress enough that I am immediately going to shower again. I cannot stress that I cannot wait to, because, you know, I didn't just do that or anything. But, you know, I'm definitely going to... Oh, the itch on my face cannot wait. It is roaring. You know what's crazy? Normally it would go away by now. That's when you know that's when you know it's normal. Yep, this is normal. It's a natural normal thing. That's when you know. Because, you know, again, itches on your face and stuff like that, if you ignore them, they go away, right? Like, that's the point. They actually do. It really doesn't take all that long. Yeah. And so again, I can't stress how totally normal that is, that would itch and come back, roaring back, same spot, over and over. It's normal. It's definitely normal, because again, your pores on your face should be clogged with shit. They should be. They should absolutely just be clogged up. I'm really fighting the itch at the moment. I am really fighting the the itch at the moment. This is normal to do this. It's normal. Do you see how normal? Do you see it? It's normal. So. Oh my god. Normal. Normal and okay. Yep. Normal and okay. I wanna I wanna like wipe a line just across so you can see the difference. Maybe I'll just like turn a little bit more. I definitely did smear it over the back of my neck. Do it would look clean. My ears are the difference. My ears. That's the difference. This is normal. This is what normal looks like. And, you know, orange. Orange. It's normal, guys. I don't know why we're hitting confetti. I don't understand. Why do we think? I don't get it. This is normal, right? I mean, the president of the United States does this. It's normal. I'm inspired, honestly. I want to, honestly, if anything, I want to get fat too, and develop a walking gait, and just start falling asleep in front of the camera on stream. I think that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna get a walking gait, and I'm gonna start falling asleep on camera. And this will just be a regular. We'll start doing this as a regular thing. I won't be able to itch my face, and I might start getting all kinds of interesting problems, blaming it on a bunch of other stuff. But this is normal. So yeah, I mean, I'm inspired because he's the president of the United States, And he's an old fucking man, but damn it, does that orange paint look fucking good, and does his fucking walking gait inspire me? Man. And the way he falls asleep on camera and just has zero interest in what the American people need, I'll tell you what, he inspires me. You know, the way he goes and he visits more foreign nations than visiting U.S. states after being elected to give a shit about his people, man, that inspires me, man. I want to also paint my face and, appear to, look like, I don't know, whatever he's trying to look like. I just am inspired, whether it be a clown or not. Yeah. So, again, it's just President of the United States, so I'm really inspired by that. So I just, thought, since it's normal to do this, I would really, and again, it's probably really hard for him to do it every day, all the time. Probably takes a lot of time out of his day doing this stuff. He's probably not doing other things, other really important, because again, the president's time is very valuable and scrutinized, and it's very tight. I mean, his meetings sometimes, they're really, 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 really tight. But again, this is normal, and you really want to spend a lot of time and tax dollars doing this. So I can't stress enough that since that is really important to him, and that's what he spends his time doing, that I want to, I'm really inspired by that. And I really want to, express to you guys just, how I see that. And how I think you should see that too, because again, that's the point. He's the president of the United States, and, I think that's a really, really smart thing, to just paint your face orange and spend a lot of time in your day making sure you always look orange. And again, I cannot stress enough how this is really, really frustrating. I can't touch anything. I can't itch my face. And he's a crybaby whiner, so he probably does. He probably does this. They have to touch it up all the time. So again, I'm inspired by that. I want to be like that. I want to be the biggest crybaby fucking whiner of them all. And I want a guy for this, and I want to pay them not enough. And I want to brag about it. And then I want to accidentally admit that I don't pay my chauffeur enough money and stuff like that. While trying to make a wisecrack, I want to admit that, again, while being the top, one of the most valuable billionaires, period, I don't pay my chauffeur even a median salary. So again, I can't stress enough how I am inspired by this huge waste of time on makeup and facades and things like that for the cameras. I'm just really, really inspired by this. You should I don't think that's, I don't know that that's a good idea. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But I am actually, see, they don't inspire me. The president, though, that's an inspiring position. That's inspiring. That's inspiring for people. Anybody, really. People are inspired by this position. And so, again, I'm inspired by this man. And I just want to be like him. And, if that means falling the fuck asleep, wearing orange makeup, and wasting as much time to do this shit as possible, then I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get that walking gait. I'm going to really, really try to make sure that, you know, again, I look as bad as he does. No, excuse me, I'm sorry. As good as he does. Excuse me. As good as he does. And again, you know, this is normal. I just cannot stress enough that I really, really, really am inspired to you know, look you know, like the President of the United States, because of how inspiring a man this guy is. Dress as Mitch McConnell? Well, that, I mean, what would I do to do that? Just wear some really big glasses or something? I don't, a suit and really big glass. Like, I don't, yeah, no, again, he doesn't inspire me. The president of the United States, that man's inspiring. You know, again, that orange makeup he wears, the way he calls reporters piggy and talks down to women, it's really inspiring stuff, man. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how inspiring this is. You know, because again, you know, the I'm sure the women, they feel respected, like people. I'm sure, you know. I'm sure they feel respected in his presence, you know, like they're a person, you know. You know. I'm sure that's how they feel. So, you know, I just I can't stress how I just, you know, I'm really inspired. How about dressing as Barack? He was inspiring. Yeah. No, see, here's the deal. The current president, I don't know, there's just something about this really inspiring guy that's you know, again, there's just something about the way, you know, he paints his face orange and stuff. Like I said, I don't know, it's so inspiring how much of a huge waste of time it is that I can't stress how badly I'm inspired by that. It's just a huge, ginormous waste of everybody's time. And I just cannot stress enough how, you know, again, I'm inspired by that. How, you know, that's just inspirational. He just does whatever the fuck he wants. You know, again, you know, mind you, if you wasted that much time doing that kind of bullshit, let's say he was an underling, you know, and somebody was above him, he was the vice president, he would never get away, you know, like, obviously he would just have to show up on time and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, so my point is, I cannot stress enough that my point is this guy gets away. And remember, he's a convict in office. He literally just does whatever the fuck he wants. I cannot stress enough that it's really inspiring. Yeah, to have, you know, to want to, again, you know, of course that's going to inspire people. Of course it is. He does whatever he wants and gets away with it. So of course that's inspiring. It's, you know, again, I cannot stress how I am just very, very inspired by how normal this orange is, and how I cannot wait to just continue to do this, and you know, I'm just really, really inspired by it. Yeah, it's you know, again, the way he talks down to reporters and stuff like that, you know, real inspiring stuff. I just yeah, real inspiring stuff. Totally. So, you know, I can't stress enough how much again he's just wasting everybody's time, and it's real inspiring stuff, man. It really is. You know, the press goes there, they actually want real answers. The real press, not a bunch of stupid journalists. The real press wastes their time to give them answers. Inspiring stuff. Really inspiring stuff. These people actually make money. They do good work. They're investigative. You know, waste their time. It's real inspiring stuff. Let me tell you what. Fear of cyber things. Yeah. It's like I spent all that time warning people about Windows 11 and all this stuff bogging down Windows 10 and warning about AI and shit, and then here we are with fucking Copilot and the situation we are in with Windows 11 too. It's like you spend all this time talking about stuff and warning people and saying shit. You'd think, but no. The point is that like they don't, you know, the person at the top that gets that really big paycheck, they don't want to do anything that's going to cost them money. No, we're not. We're not doing that. Stop with the. We're not doing that. Yeah, I'm just here to honestly talk about how completely normal the orange makeup is and how fucking normal it is to waste everybody's time. These people at the White House, they get paid money, you know, tax dollars. They're there to serve the president. Very serious job, very serious position. And then, you know, just doesn't give a shit, wastes all of their time. Doesn't do anything, wastes, you know, again, he's gonna waste some more money going to war with Iran. Let's waste some more money. Yeah, again, can't understand cybersecurity and what he could do with that. The sheer force that we could have with that. He doesn't understand how to, you know, again, inspirational. Very fucking inspirational. I cannot stress how the stupidity and incompetence in this orange douchebag is incredibly inspirational. Because again, he just keeps winning. You know, it doesn't matter how fucking dumb or ill-fitting he is for anything that he's doing. He just keeps winning. And all over the under the guise of the exact thing he wrote in his book, denial. Huh? If you lose, no, you didn't. It's a hoax. It's fake. It's made up. You didn't lose. So that, you know, I just, again, I can't express how absolutely inspirational this is for, again, me. For sure, you know, you see me wearing the orange makeup, so inspirational. But, you know, again, for an entire generation of people growing up in the world, you know, again, they're just going to become like this. They're gonna take advantage, not give a shit, And follow that same example. And in the workforce, in government, they just what they're gonna do. So I just can't express how inspirational, it is that this guy is the president of the United States and he's just doing all of these good things. He's helping this much. Again, this is very helpful stuff, right? That he's doing this and having this impact, right? Very, very helpful shit. Tax breaks to billionaires. Giving them tax breaks. Billionaires tax breaks. That's helpful, totally. This is a totally normal fucking thing to do. And again, I want to remind you, Republicans actually have been doing this for a very long fucking time. So, totally fucking normal. And it's totally not why the debt is skyrocketing. Because again, taxing the same percentage on a higher fucking number totally doesn't give you a higher number than taxing lower numbers. Totally. We can't do simple maths like somebody said. Yeah, totally. But, since you're all inspired by normalcy, here I am. It's normal. This is normal. This is what smart looks like. Let me tell you. Instead of spending time thinking about what I'm going to say beforehand, studying my speech, doing this stuff, I'm doing this. I'm putting fucking orange makeup on. Real inspiring. Yeah. And again, remember, goes off script, can't remember goddamn thing, just makes shit up, has no clue what the hell takes stuff back. Probably there is a plan somewhere if he could actually fucking say it. But no! No. And again, I want to remind you how incredibly inspiring and normal this is to have a president that's like that. It's very inspiring, isn't it? And he takes credit. Man, this guy takes credit for getting rid of Roe versus Wade. Whew! Boy, you took women's the ability for women to have the say over what happens to their own bodies. You are just inspiring people left and right, man. Let me tell you what. Holy shit. That single-handedly wasn't the most inspirational thing that you did. It totally wasn't. It totally wasn't. Again, I think it was. I think it was totally the most inspirational thing you ever did, man. Taking credit for that. I just itched my face. I just... don't touch anything, right? Oh my god, it is on my finger. Holy shit. It's ridiculous. Oh, guys, it's normal. It's inspiring and normal. Show us how inspired you are, type of 5. I'm good. Clearly trying to get a rise out of what I said about typing in chat, though, before. But I don't blame you. Because it was pretty fun. Anyway. Oh, no, I am. I'm just not typing... No, I am. No, we're all inspired. Again, if I wasn't inspired, I wouldn't have put all the orange makeup on. Remember, that's why this is here. I am inspired, or I wouldn't be, I am struggling not to itch my face. My eyes are burning right now, actually. I know I haven't said that yet. My eyes are burning. Yeah. Yep. Big surprise. You ever notice how he can't open his eyes too? He's like always squinting and stuff. That was something that like he never did like way back either. Real inspiring, dude. Real inspiring. Man, just I cannot express how inspiring it is. He's willing to deteriorate his health day in and day out for the sake of putting orange makeup all over his fucking face. I like how you copied the eyes. What do you mean? Are you talking about my like the way they look, or just the orange in my eyes? Oh, no lie. That's just my look. If I look dead straight, square, I think he looks like that too. Some people just... it's a non-symmetrical face. And he just looks like that. He just has that. It's just how he looks. And it's not... People... That's the problem. People think this is a dead-eye stare. It's not... He's just how he... He just wanted... He just did... He was grimacing. He just didn't want to smile. I swear to God. And my eye does this too. It's because the one eye is slightly larger than the other. That's all. That's all it is. So sometimes in certain lighting, especially when you have a shadow, that one's going to look like it's more closed. And it technically is, because it's not as large as the other one. But it's not. You're not. It's not. I know. It seems that way. I know it does. But yeah, it's just on my fucking face. It's RBF. I've said this before. Some guys have RBF. I have some RBF. He has some RBF too. Guys can have it too. It's not a... again, that's... You need to put that both ways, otherwise you sort of are being a little bit of a way about that. Guys can have RBF too. Guys are bitches too. Okay. It's got... You can't just go one way with that. You gotta... No, it really... That's one thing I will say is definitely not, like, I don't think he actually tries it. I think it's just because he never did that initially. If you remember his other old picture, the one that I had last night, was sort of kind of dorky because he doesn't really smile normally. I think he genuinely doesn't know how. He grew up in his dad was really rough. I'm serious. I genuinely don't. I think that the only time he would smile is like at the one-off things where he's laughing and stuff. I think any smile he's ever had is a put-on smile. So he doesn't really know how to do it. Does that make sense? I know it's sad, but again, inspiring stuff. Inspiring fucking stuff. Let me tell you what. And remember, this guy is really smart. Orange makeup. Orange makeup every day, wasting time doing it, just wasting everybody's time to do this. President of the United States, again, is a man with a pair of balls, and that's what he claims to be. And again, very inspiring, but again, he wastes everybody's time getting them to make sure his face is orange. It's very, very... I am very inspired. Yeah. Think about think about how much time he wastes of everybody else too. Like, remember when like, remember he didn't he go to like some sort of world trade economic thing and they didn't really want him there recently, and he's like, no, I'm gonna be there. Inspiring. Just forcing your way into stuff where they don't want you there. And then again, the entire time just talking about what a great job he's doing. Not saying anything like, again, no facts. Just stating a bunch of stuff that's not true. And going on and on and on and on. Yeah. At some world economic thing. President of the United States. And didn't even, again, they didn't really want him to be there. It's like kind of obvious. Yeah. Real inspiring, man. And just forcing your way in like that. Just forcing your way in like that, and then not having, and again, proving that you shouldn't be there. Proving to them they were right about the fact that they should not have you there. Just doubling down on you being a complete moron and having nothing valuable to say. Did you see the bitrate shifts there? Holy shit. That was interesting, wasn't it? Wow. What, I get it. I just can't express how inspiring it is how much time he wastes of everybody doing stuff like that. It just touched my face again, son of a bitch. How does he do this? See, this is what I'm talking about. It's inspiring. How does he do this? Man, you can't touch your face? Holy shit. I wonder he got through COVID. Why don't you rip the shitty Intel CPU out for the AMD? Good question. Because I want the orange man to know how inspired I am. I want him to spy on me. That's why. Because it's bait. That's why. Because again, I'm inspired. Very, very inspired by this man. That wastes your tax dollars. Again, he's just so much time and money on painting his face orange, and again, nothing he ever says is factual and is anything real, except maybe, you know, like when he's going to invade somebody, because, you know, then he looks weak if he doesn't do it. So. But, you know, again, inspire. Really, that's, you know, again, I can't express how inspiring it is that he just kind of gets to do nothing, you know, just makes everybody else take the fall. For any time he's an idiot, you know, he can just, you know, Kash Patel is going to look really bad and possibly be behind bars in a couple years. Possibly. And, you know, again, I just can't express how inspiring that is. That he gets to sit here and hang the director of the FBI every single time he's president. Because he did the same thing with Comey, and Comey was great. Comey was actually qualified. Now this guy, zero qual, is a nobody. So, of course, it's easy. It's going to be easier. It's going to be a lot easier than it was with Comey. That's why he did it. Oh, we'll get a nobody. It'll be easier. Comey knew what he's doing. And I can't express how inspiring that is. You know, just You know, just being that inspirational, taking advantage of other people. You know, I just, boy, let me tell you what, inspiring stuff. And I still can't express and reiterate how horribly I must itch my face, and I'm still resisting. I know I did a couple of accidental, but I still have some very, 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 very present itching going on that I am resisting the urge of. Yeah. So again, maybe if this inspiring guy, I guess, again, super inspiring, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, but he's so inspiring. What would I know? What would I know? What would I have to offer? He's so inspiring. So whatever I say, I mean, he knows everything. He's right about everything. So he must be. He embroidered a hat. The hat says it. If a hat says it, well, I mean, Jesus. If a hat says it, and he's wearing it in the Oval Office, he must be right about everything. And that's inspiring stuff, man. And the way he got up after that assassination attempt and like pumped his fist, and we all saw this picture plastered everywhere. Real inspiring stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Real inspiring stuff, let me tell you what. Yeah. Again, I'm not really sure what's inspirational about it. He just sort of narrowly missed being assassinated and took the opportunity to pump his fist to say I'm okay, and then they happen to get a picture that looks a certain way. But again, real inspiring stuff. I can't express how I really want to be inspired by this. So, I'm just gonna be. I'm just gonna be. It's really, because that's the definition of inspiring. Not working for something, proving you worked for it, and stuff like that. Now, not that. That's not what inspiring is. Creating something, working for it, artistry, intelligence. This is not inspiring stuff. No. What's inspiring is being lucky. Over and 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 over. Getting filthy rich, maintaining it, and then just lucky. Narrowly misses the attempt, gets up, pumps his fist, has a second to pump his fist. All very lucky things that happened. Lucky enough to have that angle, that picture right where it was. Very, very inspiring. Yep. Very, very inspiring stuff. And again, just I cannot. Boy, wow, that bit rate really shifted around right when I said something about the reporter having the angle right there, right where they... That's interesting. Wonder why... Huh. Wonder... What the hell? Wonder what that, did we just... Oh, did you just have another oopsie, Trump? Oh, I'm sorry. Trump. Did you just have another oopsie? And you just kind of owned up to something there by accident a little bit. Oh shit. Oh. Oh shit. Oh oops. Oopsie. Damn. Well, either way. You are inspiring, sir. Let me say that. You know, either way. Whew. Let me just say, you know, especially when you talk in the third person. Honestly, this is just so goddamn funny to me that it's inspiring. You know, like you hear him go, "Oh, they say he's doing a really good job," and you know, like he uses that third person voice. Whew. And like it's obviously completely made up, and nobody said this. I think that is the most inspiring of all. Like one, especially that, you know, that is very obviously not totally fucking made up. It's really, really inspiring when he does that. You said you really hope he goes soon since he's getting a Honda Civic? What the hell does that mean? I don't... If that's some bust on Honda Civics, I don't understand what's wrong with Honda Civics. I don't understand that. You are really feeling more and more inspired. Well, that I understand. I understand that. I understand that. This person, again, I have no idea who this person is. They're just typing in my chat. And they've apparently been subscribed for long enough to do so. Even the bitrate was feeling inspired. The bitrate should be inspired. So anyway, I can't stress enough how inspiring it is to have a president of the United States that wastes so much time painting his face orange and just wasting your tax dollars on this and paying people to do it. You know, they travel with him, all kinds of stuff. Have you ever done online gambling? That is so random. No. I don't gamble. That is so random, though. But I don't gamble at all. Like, I've never been somebody like the only times, like once in a while, you know, like when you're on the boardwalk or something like that, and you want to go in and like have a drink at a casino or something, like because you're already at the boardwalk. Sure, I went into a casino and sat down at a slot machine because your drinks are free when you sit at a slot machine. I mean, everybody knows that. So yeah, I sat at a slot machine before. Very slowly pumped like the $20 I had. Once I cashed out, I left. I didn't try to sit there and do more. I just got free drinks for the... I think I sat there like a couple hours. Went to the bathroom a couple times. It's like the most I've done with gambling. It's fun to watch. It is. It's fun to watch. I actually enjoy. As strange as it sounds, it's actually incredibly interesting to watch, like poker players and stuff like that. But maybe I won't tell you why. Maybe I won't tell you why. But it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to watch that type of stuff. The CIA knows why. Are casinos legal at your place? Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have a casino about 20 minutes away. My favorite slot is. See, I haven't heard of that one. I haven't heard of that one. I don't like know them by hand, so like, just saying that, fuck, I don't know. Again, that literally, I mean, they're nice to walk through. They always look nice. You know what I mean? Like, you walk through them. Honestly, a lot of the time that I've been to the beach, too, the hotel is part of the casino. So you go through the casino and stuff like that because you're staying at the hotel because it's part of the casino. So there's a lot of the time, like, here, why, you know, normal people might end up at a casino versus elsewhere. You know, they sort of, you know, it's a tourist thing. And it's smart. It's smart. Get them to walk through your casino. Yeah. I can't blame them. You know, you do the same thing with a gift shop or so. That's just smart. I'm not gonna. I just don't. Well, I'm not gonna talk about my personal opinions about casinos, but you know, we're all truly inspired by you know, somebody that spends all this time to paint their face orange and waste tax dollars doing it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now again, the difference is, if you look at my ears, I didn't do my ears at all. So yeah, should be pretty obvious, but I cannot express enough how normal this is for men. You know, again, and inspiring too. Again, President of the United States is doing this. I definitely want to do it, so. Manly men. And you know, again, men do this. It's not like men don't. I mean, like, plenty of actors, they wear makeup and stuff like that for roles. But I can't express how truly inspiring orange makeup specifically is. And again, wearing it all the time, like just everyday normal life, not just for your role and you know, and stuff like that, but just, you know, not just for interviews and cameras, but just every day, everywhere you go, orange makeup. The moment you get up, somebody does you up, and you know, before you go to before you're ready for bed each night, that's the only time you probably shower it off then, and that's it. This really inspiring, man, and just how detrimental and horrible this must be for this man's health too, to do it this way. To do this, because again, I cannot stress the fact that the skin is an organ. It is the largest organ, and it is permeable, and anything you put on it winds up in your body. So I can't stress enough, you know, that's why you wash your hands really quick when you get something on them or something like that. You don't let it on there for too long. It gets in your fingernails, stuff like that. This is why this is really inspiring. You know, the fact that this guy is willing to just be unhealthy right in front of you every day for the sake of putting fucking orange makeup. Man. Did I use lead max paint? No. It's literally... I literally used Halloween makeup. It's literally Halloween makeup. What did I dress up as for Halloween? Donald Trump. Yeah. He's just so inspiring. Clean. I know. Thank you. I agree. I agree. It is very clean. Very inspiring. To paint your face orange. And, you know, as president of the United States, to waste tax dollars forcing others to paint your face orange. It's important to do this. And I can't stress enough, too, that, you know, right in line with everything else that this president does. You know, like tariffs, you know, you know what I mean? Like, literally, he just comes out here and says tariffs are going to make everything better and stuff like that, even though they don't, even though we pay for that. And he just fucking lies. Man, like, I can't express how absolutely inspiring that is. You know, I just can't, it is so inspiring, man. I really can't express how absolutely inspiring that is. You know, I hope Barron Trump sees that, too. He starts eventually painting his face orange. And, you know, again, he's really also inspired to be just like this. You know, this womanizing person that thinks he's right about everything. You know, and if somebody tells him that he's wrong, and it's in the public view, he can never back down from this now. Tariffs forever benefit you, even though they don't, even though we pay those costs, even though he's wrong about that. He thought he was going to be genius with it in some way, but really, he just didn't understand how they worked. I'm inspired by this. I'm inspired by you know, the fact that he just doubled down. He just comes out here and lies every fucking day. Tariffs, they're going to fix everything. Even though, again, we pay the cost on them, obviously. Obviously, just forces the person importing the goods to pay a higher cost, obviously. Obviously, that's all it does. Because the person exporting to us is not going to pay that. They're just going to be like, F you, we didn't agree to this, and they're just going to raise it by the exact amount that America is charging them. So again, knowing that going into it, hence trade war, knowing that going into it, I just can't express how inspiring it is that this guy is not willing to actually make a deal, a real trade deal. You know, the deal he so talks about. I can't express how inspiring it is that this guy can't actually make a deal. He has no fucking balls to go in there and actually make a deal. He just says tariffs and lies about it. Orange makeup. And you buy it. Don't worry, in a few years, we're going to have it rigged so you never have to vote again. Orange makeup. Brilliant. It's truly inspiring. Truly inspiring. Yep. Yep. Just taking everything, even all of America, people's rights. It's just, man, inspiring. Baron Trump can have Greenland. That's kind of amusing, I guess. Yeah, it was obvious. That was another one where it was obvious that he confused Iceland and Greenland, and then just doubled down on it. You know what I mean? Like where he very clearly meant to say Iceland, but then just kept doubling down on this, and he's digging this hole, like, and Greenland's like, wait, what? He's trying to take it? Wait, what? And then he's just digging this hole about, like he's just confusing Greenland and Iceland and shit like that. Oh my. But, again, I can't express how truly inspiring that is. That he just, no matter what, he's not wrong. Oh my god. Yep. My speech was very inspiring, but you need to go microwave a steak now. Is it a $2 steak? Is it a $2 steak? Oh, such inspiring people. Man. Y'all are like just the most inspirational bunch. Whew. I'll microwave your $2 fucking steak. Inspirational bunch. Let me tell you what. The people that vote for him, they're behind me on the road, swerving around all over the place, driving as fast as they want. Yeah. Yep. And, pressuring me, getting too close, and if I'm, they flash their lights, they illegally pass, and then when they pass, sometimes they just immediately slam their brakes on to be a complete jackass. So, I can't express how the people that vote for him, too, they just totally act like the epitome of what an American should be. And again, people come here from other countries and just visit, too. And they see it. Like they're just here on a business trip or something like that. And they see it non-stop. They see how disgusting, the voters are for this guy. They see it non-stop. And I cannot express how truly inspiring that is. That you bring such filth and disrespect to what our forefathers actually worked for, the inspiring things they actually did, where they died in wars to make sure that we have the freedom to speak out, the freedom to stand side by side, blacks and whites. Yeah. People died for this. And, again, that's actually, truthfully, what inspiration really is. Somebody does something from nothing. But hey, inspiring, okay? Again, I just the doubling down on the fact that he is gonna just be the best. It's gonna be the biggest, the best. He's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna state it. And hey, this shit'll just happen. You know, he didn't have to hire the people to make those things happen and figure it out himself and do the work. Something from nothing. No. He's just going to state these things. It's going to happen. And again, you know, he's going to totally hire people that are responsible government employees that have done those jobs, that know how to do them. Totally. Oh, no, wait. No, that's right. He's going to be even more inspiring, and he's going to work with some Russians that really didn't even live here until he ran for president and stuff like that, and suddenly they're here now and they're in very important positions in the government and stuff like that. What the fuck? Oh, right. Oh, okay. So, and then this time, you know, Kash Patel, Pete Hegseth, and stuff like that, Fox News anchor, and who the hell is Kash Patel? So, the whole point is absolutely inspiring. You know, just complete nobodies, completely worthless, and they have no clue what the hell they're doing in their positions. They were not trained to do this stuff. They're sitting there using AI to figure out how to do their positions. They're sitting here watching my stream because sometimes I give them more valuable, credible intel than their fucking AI does. But, again, I can't express how truly fucking inspiring this is. It's all very, very inspiring. Because, again, remember, these people that don't think like this and can't do these positions, you know, other people that have been nobodies in the positions have done them before. That's what they're rationalizing, too. The difference is they think differently. They don't have a military background. They don't think about intelligence the same way because they're not intelligent. They didn't take IQ tests. They're not academic people. They're people that played sports and shit like that. It's not the same thing. The field agent for the CIA is not the same guy as the intel officer that hires the field agents. Not always. They're different people. Oftentimes different people. You very rarely, and this is possibly why they're watching too, have a center-brained person like moi. Very, very, very incredibly rarely do you have a center-brained person that can. Very incredibly rarely. Almost nobody is center-brained. So, just the fact that these people that can't ever think like this and ever possibly do this position correctly, they will never do it right. In fact, they'll further dig holes because they will just further become and double down more and more like they are now. They'll get worse because they're not being educated by people that were there, that know how to do the jobs. They got rid of those people. They were trying to help them, but they got rid of them. Because it was contrary to what they were doing. Because, again, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, again, I can't express how inspiring that is. Just doing whatever the fuck you want with taxpayers' dollars. And, again, we are being attacked. There's stuff happening all the time. I mean, it's blatantly obvious I'm being attacked. And they're watching it and have no fucking clue how to do anything about it. So that's what's on. It's very obvious that Iran is pissing them off, making them look stupid, because they hired all the smart people, and they're all here looking dumb. And yeah, that's the reality. You know, Iran, really anybody that doesn't like him and stuff like that. I don't. I don't understand how you go from I just don't. Again, we we had somebody actually doing the job very, very well, better than anybody else ever has, and then this guy comes in and just goes complete opposite. Doesn't do anything, and in fact just gets rid of a lot of stuff. Again, I can't express how inspiring this is. It's very inspiring. And claims there's a border crisis even when there wasn't. There wasn't a border crisis. The guy that was at the border at the time saying that was a Republican. He was a Republican voter. The guy that was... I mean, you saw the Border Patrol, how they acted towards Democratic voters. Those people are terrorists. The people working the border are terrorists. He literally had... I mean, this guy's mashing the emoji button, the laugh emoji button, instantaneously right as I say this. If that doesn't fucking tell you what you need to know, I don't know what does. I mean, again, these douchebags, I mean, for the love of Christ, how long were we sitting here saying that Kurt Cobain didn't kill himself? How long have we been saying this? It's obvious, right? And then it just comes out. Yeah, the cop finally comes forward that maybe that was a bit of a cover-up, yada, yada, yada. Kurt Cobain. Do you look up how long he's been dead, please? Go look it up. Please go look it up. Look up how long he's been dead. For the love of Christ. It's not okay. It's not funny. No, we don't laugh at that. That's not funny. He has family. He's still alive. It's not funny. There's nothing funny about that. That's the stuff. That's not okay. Am I laughing? Do you see me laughing? Is this funny to you? Because I don't see anybody else laughing. I literally know. I find the most twisted humor funny at times. I fucking watch Tosh.0 and South Park. Yep. But I don't understand what the fuck is funny about anything I just said. And yet the person hitting the laugh emoji thinks it's very funny. Interesting, isn't it? You don't... Again, I want to remind you that nobody in America, I think even including Trump himself, would think what I said was funny. Nobody's laughing about that. That's something all Americans, I think, are going to line up and organize for. You're not going to sit here and laugh about that. Nobody's laughing. You're alone. You're laughing alone. In your dark corner, under your rock, by yourself. Yeah, that's all that tells me. The fact that you laugh at stuff like that. Literally all I mentioned was the fact that it finally came out that Kurt Cobain's death was not a suicide. And this person started spamming the laugh emoji. This person thought that was very funny. So nobody is laughing. Nobody. Nobody thinks that's funny, except for you. There is literally nobody thinks that's funny except for you. Your response is extremely alarming. But there's nothing naturally funny about that. What would spark the laughter? What the fuck is the matter with you? This is what I'm talking about the kind of stalker that we're dealing with, okay? That YouTube didn't deal with. That's disgusting. Nobody's laughing except for you. Yeah, just crawl back into your little dark fucking hole. Nobody cares. And that's why you're here. Because you don't have anybody, nobody cares. Yeah. And again, this is why, because you're a psychotic piece of shit that actually laughs about what I just said. That's why. I'm pretty good at interrogation. Just so that we're clear. Pretty good at that. Nobody's laughing. Still. Absolutely no one. You're the only sad, sorry, disgusting piece of shit laughing. What a worthless piece of trash. I'm just curious. Was it your mom that taught you to laugh about somebody's death, or was it your father? I'm genuinely curious. Because nobody else is laughing. Nobody thinks that's funny. Yeah. Now you see the reality. This is normal. This is normal. Every president did it totally, right? Because, you know, Trump totally wasn't the first one to paint his whole fucking face orange, right? Obama did that, right? Right? Didn't he? Didn't remember that? Didn't he? I'm getting an update here. It says Obama did not. Oh shit. My fault. Sorry. My fault. I guess Obama did not paint his face orange. That was my bad. My fault. Sorry. I genuinely, I don't know, I thought, you know, it just seems so normal to me. So I just, my fault. You know, I you know, I genuinely thought that Obama painted his face orange just like Trump does. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's normal, right? I've done this every day for you guys, right? Normal. It's a normal thing to do this, to paint your face orange. Now, again, I guess Obama didn't do it. No other president ever did, is the update I'm getting here. But again, I can't stress enough how this really is normal. It's normal. It's totally normal, guys. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're. It's normal. I promise. It's totally normal. I swear. Everybody does it. You know. Again, I'm sorry I was wrong about that. No other president's ever done it. But again, it's totally normal. But it really is. I promise. It's normal. Can you imagine having a job where you have to, like, stick up for the lies all the time? I feel like this is why, like, certain people like Levitt, she just looks, you know, like Levitt, she just looks like she's permanently about to start shouting at somebody. Like, she just permanently looks like that now. She didn't before. She didn't. But, like, now she just looks like that. I can't imagine. It sucks. It must suck so bad. Can you imagine having a like a successful one where you wouldn't have to just lie every day? Man, she probably love that, right? It's probably like filling up the dreams, right? Goes to sleep, dreams about not lying, gets to tell the truth, and yeah. It seriously, it's probably just a nightmare for them. So, you know, again, I can't stress enough how bad this looks without a makeup person. And this guy, you know, he spends tax dollars on it. You know, he's got people for this nonstop. He may you know, he's got to make sure his face is never not orange. And just how inspiring that is. You know, again, he's president of the United States. Really inspiring stuff. Really, really inspiring. It's really inspiring how he hires people qualified for these positions too. I know he talked about this a little bit, but you know, again, just the inspiration that I get from seeing this man hire people that should never do the positions they're doing. They're just completely not qualified at all. You know, just literally should just never do this position because, again, they've never had any type of experience doing these things whatsoever. Even schooling, let alone experience. And, you know, just hiring a Fox News anchor as the Secretary of Defense. Well, this guy commands the fucking... He decides all these things about the military, their defense strategies and stuff like that, and Fox News. I'd be fine with you hiring. I'd be even like, you know, the position where you're looking at that from a standpoint of like skill, where you would want somebody that's good with those things. I would even be willing to accept the fact that you're going to hire somebody that has been a streamer sitting here playing, you know, Civilization games for years and years and years. You know, I'd be willing to accept that as a actually fairly credible source of, hey, you have some insight and strategy in how these things work, for the most part. I mean, obviously not the secretarial part. Obviously, that's the part you go to school for and stuff. But I'm just saying, even on a basic level of defense strategy and stuff like that, and planning, and like what this guy would actually have to know and do, versus, you know, wholly aside from the office part of things, which again is a very, very high, still very high office position in government that you need schooling for. Because there's just stuff you're not going to know how to do. It's going to be a real pain in the ass, going to backlog paperwork. And if you just knew you had the schooling for it, you could do it. And he doesn't know how to do those things. But, real inspiring. Just doubles down, hires fucking Fox News anchor. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Real inspiring stuff. When, really, if you wanted to vet somebody for the job, somebody better for the job would be, again, what I just said. Finding somebody that's a valid streamer that's just been sitting here playing, like, Civilization or strategy games, you know, like specifically air or sea combat and stuff like that. And then, in addition to that, might have some experience working in an office or something like that. This is already starting to stack up better than Pete Hegseth. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? I just rubbed my eye. God damn it. Look. Can you see it? I just rubbed my whole eye. Dude, come on. I rubbed my whole eye. So stupid. I would never be able to. They're burning and itchy. It's just a natural thing. It's taken every ounce when I'm talking not to do that, so I sort of made a mistake there, my fault. Just like I laughed at my own I had to facepalm at my own comment. Just thinking about how that's how it feels. You have to facepalm, you know, it's just too much It's gonna be looking like camo by the end. I need a shower. Again. So I think we've come to the point where I'll start saying it, okay? I think we've baked it in enough. We've cooked it enough. All right? So I think I'll just say it. If the man that does this all the time, and again, I'm very clearly showing you how annoying it is. Guys don't like this stuff. They really don't. He is the alpha of the alpha. Trust me. He doesn't like it way, way more than a lot of these alpha of the out. Trust me, the guys do not like this shit. It is really annoying. And you see, even as I'm sitting here, and you guys know I embrace all sides. You know, I lighten the hair sometimes, and you know, like I don't care. You know, I'll sit here and you know, you gotta trim the eyebrows too once in a while. They get out of hand. You know, like I take care of that stuff, okay? And so I'm not somebody that's gonna sit here and be against, you know, the concept necessarily of health and beauty, so to speak. But again, if the man that is a man, and again, men don't typically like this. They're just sort of built this way. We know that. It's annoying. Even I'm sitting here like it's like on my hands now, and it's my eyes burn. If he's willing to do this, again, this guy is so finicky. He gets pissed at everything. He doesn't. Man, he is a whiner about the dumbest shit. Everything. He just whines. This guy is willing to deal with this. Get this shit put on his face every day. All the time. And he is willing to do that. He wants to do it. No. Nope. What you'd have to rationalize from that is you're learning that is a tell. That's an investigative tell. You learn something from that. Basically, no. That is as opposite of his character. He wouldn't do that unless he's hiding something. The whole point is, what else is he willing to sit here and waste a shitload of fucking time creating a facade for? Okay, what has he got? Varicose veins under there or something? Like, that's the point. Like, he probably has, like, blue veins and shit popping out. He looks super old. He looks white as shit. The whole point is he knows how fastidial this is for his base. And how basic they are. They don't do this based on this. It's all this. And he knows the second that he goes all white, you're going to realize this guy's been doing this whole... You're going to arrive at the same conclusion, finally, that I've arrived at way long ago, where I thought about this long enough that you didn't. So just, like, the whole point is, like, you're supposed to have thought about it longer than that. You don't think about it... Again, I talked about critical thinking and getting people's train of thought longer, but you have to do this. You have to actually think about it longer. The point is, think about it in terms of not dismissive of, oh, his face is orange, so what? You're just hanging up on the fact that his face is orange. Who cares? You know? That's so dismissive. You have to think about it longer. What does it mean? A, not normal. Normal fucking people don't do this. It really isn't. What the fuck is normal about this? There's nothing normal about it. It gets everywhere. It takes forever. It hurts. It's unhealthy. It's a waste of time. All these things about doing this one thing. Again, a huge waste of time, too. And he chooses to do it every day. Something that like no other guy pretty much is gonna sit here and waste their time fucking doing. Again, unless they're an actor getting paid a shitload of money to do it for the most part. And even then, they're gonna be irritated if their makeup looks fucking orange. Now, trust me, they are. They get pissed about this. Like, they want it to match. Like, it looks really bad sometimes. And that's exactly this guy. Every day just looks really bad. He doesn't look normal. He never has. So the whole point is that you have a separation. He is not normal. He is above that for you. You have put him above that. So the moment that he takes away this paint, this way you've always seen him, the separation where there's a psychological impact on your brain that convinces you to be obsessed with him. As soon as he takes away that thing you've always seen, that very vestigial thing, it's gone now. It's gone. And he knows that. He can't do it. He can't let it happen even a single time. Something tells me he accidentally let it happen a couple of times. And yeah, he significantly lost some support and realized it had everything to do with the fact that he, went there was a couple of times where he did some interviews and stuff like that. And they got him on the side, and you could see, like, there's, like, a line where it's just, like, he's whiter than me. Like, the people that get old, like, the guy was fair like me. You know, like, he looked very fair, very similar look to myself. The point is, as you age, I mean, it's just, you're just going to get grosser. So, like, the whole point is, that's what happened. And at a certain point, it just became pretty bad for him. So he just started doing this. And the point is, his base is, like, complete polar opposite of that. Yeah, they're again, these people that are very obviously polar opposite of that. You know, that's how they act. You know, against women's rights and you know, men and stuff like that. Yeah. So the whole point is that the whole point is just that you realize about those groups of people, they don't use their head when they think. Like, that's the whole point. You can, like, basically just see that they're just not, they don't have logic. And then, so, like, you start realizing certain things. So, the point is not, like, it's not normal. No other president really actually has done this. And it's a huge waste of time and resources. What the, like, seriously, man. And, it's enough that the guy wastes so much time, like his hair and stuff like that. Okay? I have no doubt that this guy, has people focus really, really heavily on his hair, as it becomes a problem for him. And it became a problem for him. He spent probably a ton of money on it. I mean, remember, for a while there, it was pretty obvious he was going bald on the toupees and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, that was a thing of the past, where there's procedures and stuff now. It's different now. So, I'm just saying, like, somebody that's willing to waste a bunch of money, like, again, he doesn't look at it like this. He doesn't look at it like, all right, well, the makeup's bad anyway. It's probably healthier not to wear it. I'm sort of lying to people by hiding my normal face anyway. I shouldn't do that. I should just accept the fact that I look this way, and people need to deal with it and stuff like that. And accept and look at it like, well, huge waste of time and resources. I could just get rid of this, cut the money there. Again, the point is, it shows where his priorities are with money. And again, with time too. It's more about the fact that the president's time is so valuable. So he's willing to just waste all this time getting make-upped, like he's a celebrity on a TV show or something. It's not what he's doing. It's not what he's there for. He's not style and class. He's a president. He's the commander-in-chief of the military. And again, wasting all this time and resources, and claiming to be that guy with the answer to everything, that guy that does work hard. He supposedly isn't getting any sleep and stuff like that because he's working so hard. No, that's called a facade. Again, why are you not getting sleep? That is important. That's an important part of your schedule as president. If you're not getting sleep, you are irresponsible. Period. Like that, like you literally, as a president, if you're not, like, you're choosing to do these things and stuff like that, where you're not getting enough sleep, that's you choosing to do that, to not, you know what I mean? Like, it's a choice. So just like him irresponsibly misusing federal agents, again, immigration, we have policies and ways of, enforcing illegal immigration, and he can do those things, but he's not doing that. Again, that's the point. So just wasting a ton of money to make it look, so it's a big show. Just wasting tons of money. Again, remember, when he won the presidency, right? He had Hulk Hogan come and do a speech and stuff like again, just everything must be a big fucking show. It's all for the cameras. It's all for the fame. It doesn't. None of it means anything for you. You know why he talks about tariffs? Because if he talks about tariffs, it's everywhere. News, media. Oh, yeah, people are going to talk about it. And they're going to talk about him. That's all he cares about. That's it. It's that. So, please recognize the importance of understanding just how stupid this man looks to anybody that understands how the position operates. Position is supposed to be the most high executive level of the military. Okay, so let me explain this. You ever work for a big company and they have like executives that work higher up, they get paid more money and stuff like that, and you don't see them very often. They come in once in a while, but when they come in, everybody's on really good behavior, and they're sort of like celebrities and stuff like that, and they walk around with their expensive suits and stuff like that. Yeah. And they demand respect because they've earned it, right? Because maybe they have some sort of way of motivating and working with your boss and stuff like that works. And so therefore, because they're good at doing that, they're respected and they're doing a good job at motivating and leading that company and representing them and stuff like that. And so, like, when you think about those people, again, and then that goes even further up to the CEO position. Obviously, the CEO position, we have a lot of people more recently taking advantage of those positions. But the whole point is, as you get up the ladder, those positions become more respected, is the idea. So the point is that the person earns that respect working up through the company, and is that respected and good of a person because they've earned it. All these people saw that. They worked at the company for that long. They have all those years to prove it, yada, yada, yada. They're respected, okay? So when this guy doesn't do that, again, he was given everything. And he claims to work so hard for it. And again, I want to remind you that this is the highest executive position of the largest military in the world. Just what that means. You put all the militaries together in the world and you still don't equal what the U.S. has. Okay, just what that means. And this fucking guy that paints his fucking face orange and was given everything his entire goddamn life because he's a fucking billionaire, comes in there and treats it this way. Like it's his own personal bathroom. And he uses it for such. He uses all kinds of stuff just to cover up stuff he wants to do for himself. Because again, that's what that person always did. There's evidence of that. Like, it caught up with him. And then he just became president and started hiding behind that. And, again, the highest executive position of the military. Again, even military personnel would be far more qualified, oftentimes. But, it's oftentimes thought that, again, since this is an office position, that you want more of a politician. So you kind of want maybe it's sort of like some sort of middle of the road situation where you have somebody that understands exactly how the military functions, but it again, thinks more like a politician and knows the law and stuff like that. Sounds like Obama was the perfect guy for the job. Because he was. So it really is just the fact that Democrats and everybody really figured out with Obama what we actually needed in a president, because he did the job. That's it. For so long it was confusing because you had this guy that would kind of do these things and he would be okay, but then there was some other stuff going, like there was a scandal or something like that. There was never anybody that just solid all the way through. Obama. And then Obama. Just seemingly, absolutely no scandal whatsoever. None. Just did the job quite well. Very well. So the whole point is, and then again, how obviously racist it seems. And he posts the pictures with the apes. It shows us everything we need to know. Where he put Barack and Michelle over, their faces over apes. Now, again, we knew he was racist, but that told us all we needed to know. So again, this is why he did all this originally. And we knew this, but that told us what we needed to know. He's been racist. He's just a white supremacist. Period. He's always been this way. And he's not trying to be seen that way by painting his fucking face orange. So he seems sort of neutral. He is fucking white as shit. Yeah, and I think he's trying to confuse the Spanish vote and stuff like that. And anybody that doesn't like him that's Spanish, those are the people he's attacking and deporting. Yeah. Yeah. So therefore, he tries to appear looking neutral and stuff like that. He knows that there's a regular influx of that into this country. I mean, Central America and South America are a thing, you know. Mexico's right there. It's literally all fucking Spanish-speaking countries. So don't sit here and try to pretend like you know anything about this when you clearly don't. Like, the point is, these voters, these people that they claim to be intelligent about Trump, they don't understand why these people migrate. That they're fleeing from, you know, just complete and utter chaos half the time. They don't understand that. They couldn't possibly. So that's the reality, and again, they don't understand. They don't look into it enough to know that they're going through the proper channels and stuff like that. Because again, you have that example all over the internet where you have these people arguing, even right there, right in front of ICE. Oh, go through the proper channels, dirt. That's what a sanctuary city is. That's the point. That's the point of all that. Why the fuck do you think it's called that? You wouldn't call it something. Why would it be called that? What does that signify then? Calling it a sanctuary, what the fuck does that mean? If you're not signifying that it's literally for that, why the fuck do you have a name for it? Sanctuary city. Why the fuck's it called that then? If there's no proper channel and they're not going through the proper channel, why are you calling it that then? Why does it have that name? Because that's the proper channel. It's literally why it's called that. It's literally what they're supposed to fucking do. You're just dumb as shit. And actually believing this quick dismissive thing that they're just saying because you don't fucking stand it. The sanctuary city is where they go after all that paperwork, stuff like that. They go somewhere. They probably know somebody there already. And they go there. And the idea is they go through their paperwork, yada, yada, yada. And that city, literally, they just sit. The idea is they are very scrutinized. They have to take their tests. Flat out, half the time, these immigrants know English and American history better than Americans do. Because they're so heavily scrutinized. Yeah, they just hacked my connection to break up what I was saying. So let me say that again. Half the time, these immigrants know English and history better than even Americans do. Because they are so heavily scrutinized for what they have to go through that, yeah, they must take these tests. They must learn English and history and stuff and heavily scrutinize and take these tests all the time to make sure that they're kept up on it. Americans can just be fucking stupid. And show up on January 6th. Yep. And again, I want to reiterate the fact that right as I said the thing about how these immigrants literally know better English and better history than even Americans, the bit rate went to absolutely nothing and cut the stream out. So I really want to reiterate the fact that it's pretty obvious to see what's going on here as far as terrorism. Again, trying to spread the terrorist message that, again, you're terrorizing. Your message is that you don't like what I'm saying politically. and you're going to disrupt that by taking that bit rate to 0. That is terrorism. This is the definition of it. Cannot silence free speech without being a terrorist. You are silencing my ability to have free speech right now. And you've been doing this. I've been proving it, showing it. And then you spam the laugh emoji showing us that you're the one in fact doing it. You sit here and you do this all the time. So I mean, it's just blatantly obvious. Just as earlier I pointed out the fact that recently we found out about Kurt Cobain. Unfortunately, it came out that he did not kill himself. He was murdered. And you thought that was really funny. So I want to reiterate the fact that the person that's doing this thought that was very funny. You know nothing of the immigration process. You're fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. And quite frankly, education about the immigration process shouldn't be looked at the way they're trying to make this look. They're sitting here hacking the connection, causing a problem. Oh, because somebody's educated on the immigration you mean something I can look up on Google and find out literally the fucking process. So again, something that you are all so fucking stupid you can't do a single fucking time and accept it as fact. You're just dumb as shit. Again, it just reminds me again of the retard that walked around school when he was younger wearing a thing on his book bag that says abortion is mean, and then he was surprised when people used to like kick him and stuff like that. And it's like you're literally wearing a political statement on your person. Don't act surprised. Like, he's literally in a public school. This is not a public place. This is a public school where other people must go. They must be there. They don't want to be. They must. You do not get to wear your fucking Christian billboard on your backpack. It is incredibly fucked up. And you're forcing this on everybody. What a douchebag. And then you claim to be so fucking Christian, you're the asshole. Yeah. You're not understanding the fact that is incredibly triggering to anybody that, again, let's say, again, you made the choice, but, let's say somebody got raped and then decided to get an abortion. Now you're shoving that in that person's face every fucking day that they go to school. Because you're a piece of shit. You can't put yourself in other people's positions. Because you're all Christian and you just want people to see you as a Christian. So therefore, you want to wear your little billboard. Yeah, you're exactly like Trump. That's why you vote for him. That's exactly why. It's the same reason. Because you do the same things in life and you have recognized that this guy is just like you. And he fakes it just like you do. You are not a Christian. You just pretend to be. You use it to your advantage to get ahead in life. You're not actually a Christian. You don't really actually believe these things. Otherwise, you would have realized what you were doing by wearing a fucking billboard on your backpack that says abortion is mean. Because again, you would have been the Christian smart enough that Bible tells you to, again, remember to respect everybody else's opinions and stuff like that too. Yep, and not wear your fucking stupid ass billboard where somebody else made a choice because they were raped. They can't take care of a kid. The kid wasn't even alive yet. Maybe, you know, again, there was a complication. It would have probably had birth defects or something like that. What the fuck? Why wouldn't you just... You know what I mean? Like, the whole point is their doctor's saying it. They're saying it. They're thinking it. The whole point is the medical professional's saying it. They're saying it. Come on. You ask a medical professional their opinion when somebody's old and dying, right? So why wouldn't you do the same thing? Why do we do this with old dying people? Because you don't fucking care when it's an old dying person. You want them gone. When it's a baby, oh my God! Ah! You are psychotic. People that have children have become psychotic. They have psychosis. It's true. No, really, that is the problem. They have become rabid and no, truthfully, it's Karens, it's everybody. You know, it's like the fucking lawsuit where they sat here and they wanted to attack Steam because they thought somebody's just suing Steam because they thought Steam wasn't fair pricing. What the fuck? And then I sat there on stream and showed you guys literally game after game after game, new release, all these new titles worth $60, you know, high price titles, tons of sales. You get the $60 game for fucking $10, $15, 70% off, 30% off, 40% off. All these sales, all these fucking games. And some of them are just cheaply priced normally. And meanwhile, these retarded fucking Karens that don't know how to parent their kids. Their kids are getting on YouTube. Their kids are getting on Discord. Their kids are getting on social media. Being corrupted because they aren't supervising their kids. So they want to sue somebody else because they are having problems now. So they want to blame somebody else for the problems that they are having. Oh, well, somebody's, you know, you know, their kid did something or something like that because they're a fucking psychotic lunatic. Because you don't fucking parent them properly because you're a psychotic fucking lunatic. And now they're going all over the internet threatening people, being nasty, they're a psychotic fucking person. And you're having all kinds of problems. And now all you're going to do is just go right on that person's device and just be like, oh, let's blame the games. Let's blame this and that instead of yourself. Because you're having problems. So just like Donald Trump, just like this asshole that wore a billboard on his backpack in school, forcing his political opinion on everyone else. And again, that's a political opinion. That's what it is. Forcing that on everybody else. So just like that. This, you know, again, just like that. Oh, yeah. We're gonna sit here and try to sue. They're gonna try to sue Steam because they're stupid. And they think they're being overcharged, or so they're just framing it like that because, you know, they know that. So basically, it's bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. They can't parent. They're fucking stupid. And the whole point is all the gamers called that. Like, especially me. Like I actually thought that was funny when I was like, is that a joke? Steam is the cheapest. Like, that's like literally a fucking joke. It's like literally the reason too. Like, yeah, everybody loves Steam and Valve and stuff like that, and it's like the, you know, Counter-Strike, the Half-Life, it's the original. Like, I obviously, like, everybody loves it for that, but it's more than that. Like, literally, they've maintained because, again, they have the deals. And you're gonna sit here and try to say that they're the one overcharging? Like, it's just dumb. It's literally completely dumb. So again, just like anybody else that sits here and tries to have some sort of argument with Donald Trump, you're dumb. You're fucking stupid. There's no argument. It's done. Orange. It's as blatant as that. That's that's how stupid this is. That's why you see all these likes coming off, because they realize how dumb they are. They realize how dumb they are. Because this is the point. This is how stupid you look. You couldn't deduce this. You couldn't figure this out. No normal fucking person acts like... This is not a normal individual. This is a very rich, prepared dumbass. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's never known what he's doing. They give him what to say, and he doesn't even say it right. Just goes off script. So, I gotta wash this off. I'm really struggling with not itching my face at this point, but, y'all need to calm down a little bit, and you know, like, the point is, it's not the end of the world if somebody calls you a fucking retard. Okay, it's not the end of the world. You're fine. You will be okay. I promise my words can't hurt you. Okay? So, the point is, I understand, you know, you wouldn't insult and swear and yell at, you know, a young person. You don't do that, okay? So they shouldn't be on here. And likewise, adults need to stop acting like fucking children. Okay, if I call you an asshole, like I yell this out my window or I say it in the real world, don't try to have some tough guy act where you're gonna pretend to beat somebody up. Do you have any clue what would happen if you did that to me? Like, seriously, some guy almost got his fucking ass kicked the one day. Because, again, I want to remind you, all I did was call the guy an asshole. He deserved it. And I wasn't, like, you know, like harassing him or following him. Or literally, he almost ran me over. You deserve to be called an asshole. Yeah. And, you know, he literally actually, after parking, got out and walked and approached me and stuff like that. So, like, this is a very tough guy thing. Like, the whole point is I didn't act any different when he did that. So that was when he kind of backed off. He realized that I was not intimidated by him. So, like, the whole point is that people do this as, like, some sort of fucking tough guy act to intimidate. It's not intimidating to me. You're just dumb as shit. So the whole point is you don't know who anybody is. And meanwhile, I'm a Sifu. Okay? You do not want to accidentally end up in a fight with me. Because there's no fight. It's not going to happen. Okay? So, somebody calls you an asshole. Don't approach that person. If anything, they might be enticing you. That's a stupid thing to do. Yeah, they're probably trying to get you to... Yeah. I would highly recommend against that. And just so that you know, police can use this as a tactic. Yeah. They're not supposed to be able to do that, but they can. So, you know, you really don't want to be doing that stuff. I can call you an asshole. There's nothing illegal about that. So, what was illegal was the fact that I was in a crosswalk And in this state, you must yield to pedestrians in a crosswalk. However, in this state, I also found out after looking it up after that, technically, if you're crossing a roadway in a parking lot in this state, you're in a crosswalk. You don't actually need one, technically speaking. You're not jaywalking because there's so many like roads in like malls and stuff around here where the road is just for that place. It doesn't go anywhere else. It literally ends at the street and ends in the parking lot. So again, it's just going to be pedestrians and slow drivers. So that's why speed bumps exist and stuff like that. Technically, you really, again, if you're in, you know, at a like shopping center or something like that, and you're just crossing the little roadway in the shopping center that has the speed bumps, and you're not in the crosswalk, doesn't matter. You're in a parking lot. So it's completely invalid what he said. He was all like getting all pissed off, you know, trying to say I wasn't in the crosswalk. No, literally, it wouldn't have even mattered. But I actually was, because I couldn't have even walked off. I walked off the sidewalk with a shopping cart. I had my groceries. I would have been like, dude. Yeah, there's a ramp to the crosswalk. I would have been like, dude. My cart would have like tipped over and like fell and shit. I physically had to use the crosswalk. So like the guy's just literally a complete asshole, and he dropped somebody. He had just dropped somebody off, and so like so much of an asshole he couldn't drop him off at the sidewalk too. He didn't pull up the sidewalk. He dropped him off, so they had to walk across, and then proceeded to, as fast as he could, hit the gas pedal as I was nearing his car while not looking at me and making eye contact with the pedestrian. Speed bump, crosswalk, and everything he had to go over. And again, narrowly, again, I had to move. If I hadn't moved, he would have just run straight into my shopping cart. And I called him an asshole. And he got out of the car and approached me. So yes, he's an asshole. Yes. Yes. Job well done. Thank you, me. I don't see any police doing good police work around here. Thank you, me. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Yep. Guy's an asshole. He deserved to be called an asshole. And he was checked for it. He approached me and immediately was scared by my demeanor. Yeah. He will probably think twice before approaching somebody in a parking lot that calls him an asshole for something he deserves to be called an asshole for. Because again, could have had a weapon. And again, I am a Sifu. These things, trust me, way better than any weapon. And you won't see it. Don't even try it. And he actually approached. He's like, what'd you call me? What'd you say? I didn't change it. When he suddenly got closer, I was like, I called you an asshole. Because you almost ran me over. Like, I didn't suddenly change it, you know. So, you have to understand that, this is what, you know, again, that's the definition of a pussy, of somebody that is afraid versus somebody that has balls. And that's why Donald Trump is the taco man. Yeah. He wants to be a taco man. That's why he is. That's why he's the taco man. Because Trump always chickens out. And he's a taco man. That's why. That's why. Because he's the same way. It's the same behavior. You know, again, an asshole. You know, if I was a triggered douchebag like Trump when he did that, I would have acted all irate and yelled at him and stuff till he got out of the car. Then I would have suddenly acted like, you know, totally different. But no, the whole point is I didn't even approach him. I just called him an asshole. And he saw me talking about it. The other guy in the parking lot thought I was talking about him. And he was trying to be apologetic. And I was like, oh, no, that guy right there. And I pointed. And that was when he saw. Because he saw I was talking about him. Yeah. And he didn't have any business being there. Like, the whole point is, like, he was dropping somebody off to go in the store. He couldn't go in the store with this lady? Was this his girlfriend or something like that? Like, what a guy, right? And then he almost hits me, drops her off, parks in the lot, sits there, and then again, approaches me after I called him an asshole. Like, this is the worst thing that you could have ever done. Holy shit, this is, man, whoo! What a joke. You are a joke. You are a literal walking fucking joke of a person. If you can't handle being called an asshole without responding. What a joke you are. You're a literal utter fucking waste of space. You need to go online and you need to go and watch. There's some really funny things where celebrities do this, and it's called a roast. You ever heard of something called a roast? It's called, they make fun of each other because they respect the person so much that they know that person's not going to become angry at them. So they roast them, knowing that that person will be respectful. Because that's why they're roasting them, because they trust that person more than anyone else not to be. That's actually why I think they picked Zakk Wylde to be like the first metal roast, because he does not care. He will I think that's why, honestly. Great choice, obviously. Great, I agree with that choice. But this is why they do this, because the person is so respectable that they're not going to take it personally. They know it's just a fucking joke. They have a pair of balls. They don't give a shit what you say. Your words can't hurt their precious feelings. Who cares? So, what I'll say is this douchebag needs to go on YouTube a little more often and watch some of that stuff. I mean, there's frankly some... They used to get celebrities back to back to kind of insult each other back and forth. And some of that stuff has a lot of views, you know, where they're just roasting each other back and forth. And it's just funny. The celebrities are actually trying not to laugh because it's just so freaking funny that sometimes they just they can't take it and they just laugh. I remember the guy from Gwar. I love Gwar. I remember the guy from Gwar like let Dave Grohl really have it the one time. He really let him have it, and it was so funny. And do you know what Dave Grohl did? Because he's a man with a pair of balls. He talked about it on stage. Yeah, he was like talking about it on stage. He talked about it at a concert. He heard about it or whatever, and he just laughed it off. He thought it was so funny. Because it was. It was, in fact, really funny. That's all it was. It was literally funny. It was a joke. It's not supposed to be like he's bullying him or any. It's a joke. He probably likes the guy. So I just stop it with your feelings, and it's absurd. It really is. And the fact that the guy that paints his face orange is so obliviously hurt by everybody every day. His feelings are hurt. He goes on tirades on X all the time about how his precious feelings are hurt. And this is the President of the United States. And this is his demeanor. This is the serious situation we're in. So, as I just itch my face again, I'm gonna go. I just had to stop. As I just about to itch my face again, I'm gonna go. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and again, I want to really reiterate the fact that totally normal. You know, wearing orange makeup, it's just really inspiring, right? Just totally normal. Totally normal to do this. So thank you. Thank you for watching my totally normal stream here. I appreciate it. I'm gonna probably get this freaking paint off my face now. See you guys.